Friends, my setup is finally complete. I finally have the black and silver setup exactly how I wanted it. Everything is as it should be except for the remote for the lights, which does not usually belong in my setup, but everything is as black and silver as I could possibly get it. This is my editing station. This is my little part of the office. Nobody else has something like this. This is mine. And as you can see, I have basically matching everything. And I love it so much, and I'll walk you through everything that we have. We already did the video on our Mercury build, which you can check out in the video right up there. It's essentially just an X570 motherboard, a Ryzen 9 3950X, an RX 5700 XT in this open air Atlas case, which I absolutely love it. You see that we went with accents for the colors, the hot pink and teal, which is our hot news colors, and I also have my keyboard displaying teal. The setup isn't technically finished, but the only thing that I'm waiting for will take months to arrive. So I'm just gonna kind of finish the video, and then when I finally get the last thing, I can make a quick update somewhere else. But starting was the centerpiece of the PC. And unfortunately, the desk isn't as big as I would want it to be, or this like extra lip thing isn't as wide as I need it to be, because you can see my monitor goes straight above my PC, which is probably the strangest thing about this entire setup. This is kind of precarious a little bit. It's not too bad. I have it on a VESA arm that's attached to the base monitor that overhangs, and because it's an open air chassis, there's plenty of room for the monitor to clear the actual case, and then I can edit like this in peace. And actually, I can lean back and edit, which has felt phenomenal. I'm not craning my neck at any point. I'm actually just experiencing it like this, and I found this to be quite comfortable. I don't feel tired after an entire day worth of work. It's quite nice this way. I've actually never thought of having a monitor above my PC like this where I could lean back and edit, but it feels very battle station. I enjoy it. But let's talk about the monitor. Obviously, you can see that there is no branding on this monitor whatsoever. So what is it? It's actually the MSI Prestige PS341WU. This is a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, and one of the reasons I got it is because this is one of the 4K or 5K ultra-wides. This is 5120 by 2160, so it's high resolution, but it's also HDR600, has 98% of the DCI-P3 color space. It's nano color IPS. Everything about this monitor is production grade, which is obviously what I'm using this PC for. I use it to edit our videos and make all of the production stuff that we do here at UFD Tech. So having a high quality monitor was necessary, and it does have the not silver, it's more of a white accent border, but then it's very clean on the front. It's as close as I could get to a ultra wide monitor, which was what I wanted for my setup, and then also being somewhat silver. It has silver accents on certain pieces, and it just fits pretty perfectly with being so clean on the front, in my opinion.
It's a seriously sexy monitor.
It is sexy, thank you. Then we have the mouse and keyboard. The mouse, I'm not sold on. I don't know if I want to stick with this. It was one of the very few decent mice that I could find in the silver aesthetic, and it's the new Logitech MX 518, the standard one that everybody had. It's the renewed one. It is kind of silver, but it's more like a spacey, glittery silver. Very dark. It's not exactly what I was going for. Previously, I had the Logitech G903 wireless, and that was my preferred mouse of choice. I think I might just end up switching back to that, but I do have it on an aluminum mouse pad, which I think is phenomenal. You need a very high DPI in order to use the aluminum mouse pad, but I think it accentuates the mouse very very nicely. If I just go straight back to a black mouse, then that being accentuated on the silver, I think that still falls in line with the color scheme, unless you guys have a much better silver mouse that you have in mind. You can leave a comment down below and I'll check it out, but I'm looking for an actual decent mouse, not like, I found tons of like cheap OEM crap from China that's silver, but it's always garbage. So I haven't really found anything that's piqued my interest enough to want to go beyond what Logitech offers. But the keyboard itself, we already covered this in a video where I went over the Core AR87. You can check out a video right up there. I did replace it with the typewriter keys because black and silver, it's just fits the aesthetic. That's pretty much exactly why I went for it. And it also weighs a brick, as I mentioned. Now, audio-wise, this is where I'm so freaking excited. I ended up not realizing how much audio stuff would cost. And it also is all like back ordered and crazy. So let's start with the actual audio interface, which is this Audient ID4. This one took months to get in because when I placed my order back in February, they were completely back ordered and I only got this at the end of May. But the Audient ID4 is driving my headphones and my studio monitors, which I'm very excited about. The headphones that I picked up are the Bear Dynamic DT990 Premium Editions. These are the Premium Editions, which aren't as good as the Pro Editions, but they are more comfortable, less clamping force, just more of a normal daily driver experience. They're open back, they feel so good. I got the 250 ohms one, and the ID4 drives them perfectly. They sound so clean. So gosh dang clean. I've never heard audio that's so distinct as when I've used these DT990s. So I'm very excited about that. You can see that I have them on this headphone stand. This is a Satechi headphone stand, and actually one of the accessories that I needed to go alongside with the headphones was this mouse bungee, which I've covered previously, because the cable on the headphones is so gosh dang long. I needed to manage this more than I actually need to manage the mouse cable. So I have that on a mouse bungee so I can make sure that the cable isn't getting out of hand at any point. But let's talk about the studio monitors. These are the Krk Rokit Fives G3s, the limited edition silver. These were the biggest pain in the butt to get because they're not available on eBay as far as I can see, except for in a kit like where they cost over $1,000 each. But I was able to find these on Guitar Center. However, I was dumb when I first ordered it. I thought I was ordering a pair. No, it turns out it was just one. And it was clearly, very clearly a demo unit. They pulled this off of a shelf somewhere and were selling it because the KRK Rockets aren't even on G3 anymore. They're on G4. So this is technically an obsolete version and it's a very limited edition. So I was able to get one. But then when I placed another order for the second one from Guitar Center, they canceled it because they said that they were completely out of stock. And I was super bummed because I couldn't find a replacement anywhere at an affordable price. Well, I looked back at Guitar Center a couple weeks later and they said that they were in stock again. And thankfully that order actually went through and they didn't even have a box. They just shipped it to me in bubble wrap. That's basically how this came here. But they are phenomenal. Some of the most gorgeous sounding studio monitors that you could possibly hear. Like the bass is so refined. I can't even describe how good it is to hear the low ends on these. Obviously, we have them on the isolators. So it sounds phenomenal. In case you're not familiar with that song, that's actually my brother's band. You can check it out. I'll leave the link in the video description. But the Krk Rokit Fives, holy crap. Like, I was not an audiophile before. I think I just didn't care about audio quality. And after hearing things on the Bear Dynamic DT990s and on the Rokit Fives, I can't go back to bad audio. It is honestly, I wouldn't say it's life-changing, but it's ear-changing for sure. And then finally, oh wait, no, I forgot about the very thing I'm sitting on. I have my black and silver AK racing chair. I don't even know the model number of this, but it was one of the very few black and silver racing chairs that I could find. This is the most comfortable racing chair I've ever sat in.
Yes!
It is so gosh dang comfortable. It is so cushiony and comfy. There is nothing that has compared to it. We had the Noble Chairs ones in South Africa. Catlin's on a Noble Chair one. I've had some DX Racers that I've sat in. This thing blows it out of the water.
Hands down.
Like, I got it because of the color scheme and then my butt felt so good on it. I love it. I enjoy it so much. So I can highly recommend this chair, not because I spent money on it, but because it actually legit is my favorite gaming chair that I've ever sat in. But my favorite part about this entire build, my favorite part is this little accessory over here because I had the headphones and the headphone stand on the left side, but for the longest time, I had nothing to balance it out to give symmetry to the right-hand side. And so we talked about it on our stream, twitch.tv/UFDisciple. You can check us out there. We talked about it and some people gave me a few ideas. We were going for, we found like some levitating moons was the idea that we're going to go for. And then I found this. This is a levitating platform that you can put your own thing on. It can support, I believe it's up to 13-ounce items on the little disc that spins. I don't necessarily like this spinning, although I think it does work for the Vegeta that I have on there. But you can levitate basically whatever small object you want. And I thought that was so amazing. It is a little pricey. However, because I was going all out for the system as it was, I had to have it. And then I needed to have my favorite Dragon Ball Z character right there, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, King of all Saiyans really, but he never says that. Anyways, the Chrome Funko Pop version of Vegeta, obviously to complete the color scheme. And then he just spins there disapprovingly at me all of the time, and it's so great. I love him. He's my favorite. It took a little bit to get him balanced, but now he's balanced and he spins all day, every day, judging my every move. And then also up top, I don't know if we have any shots of this or if it's even in the shot, but we also have our disc plates, Final Fantasy disc plates. The only one that really stands out is the middle Gunblade one, but I'm planning on having that replaced with a Hot News disc plate and still keeping the Cloud and Sephiroth on the side because those kind of fit the color scheme, whereas the Gunblade one is kind of just, it sticks out like a sore thumb. But other than that, this is my dream setup. My dream PC, my dream complete black and silver setup. I'm in love with this. I actually am contemplating not leaving it here at the office, taking this home and bringing my garbage setup here instead so that I can have more of this at home and just enjoy this. But I love it. Let me know if you have any suggestions for how I can improve my setup down below in the comments. Let me know if you have any mouse ideas that I can check out. Let me know what your dream setup is. What color scheme would you go for? What accessories do you know that you would fit into your ultimate dream desk setup? I'm keen to hear from you down below. Or alternatively, if you've already built it, you could submit it to our subreddit, which is just UFD Tech over on Reddit. You could submit your build there and we could feature it on one of our live streams. I am so in love with mine that I'd love to see yours and see what you guys have come up with because this was a dream in the making. So I'm very excited about this. That's it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Get subscribed if you want to stay up to date on all of our tech related content. I'm Brett. I'm gonna enjoy myself here. I work like this. And this thing, by the way, I don't know if this is gonna get in the shot. This thing goes so far back. I'm so far back. Move the camera, Reece, show them me. Look at, I'm beyond 180 degrees right now. I'm obtuse. Now this is this works out the core right here, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna continue to edit right now. The monitor gets a little wobbly when you push on the table, but when you don't touch the table, everything's fine. Catlin looks so concerned. I can't even move. Okay, bye.